Hello, welcome to episode 17 of Chin Music. I'm one of your hosts, Mitch Bone, and I'm joined by our other host, Tony Legaly. Tony, how
What's
the
up,
heck are you,
Mitchell?
man?
Good,
Good.
man. Good. I'm freezing, man. I'm cold. It's balmy out. It's
It's
cold.
nice, balmy, negative, whatever, negative 22.
What about this shake right here? It's about this shake. Like people that are cold standing outside, they go like this.
Yeah, it's
You're
bad.
talking to them, they go. Oh, it is a chilly one, man. What's
It
up?
is stay inside and don't go outside for any reason type of day.
Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. What are you gonna do with your day here, this little snow day, mini snow day?
Watch football, man.
Oh, you got the first round of the NFL playoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
You got wild card weekend, super wild card weekend as they dub it.
Super duper. Turn up that volume, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the playoffs. I don't have my team in it, but my team did get a new coach.
Your
But
team did?
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So we got some predictions. First and
Yes.
foremost, another, just to lead that off, Mitchell, not only is it negative 35 out here in Billings, Montana, but it will be with wind chill at the Chiefs Dolphins game tonight. It's going to be negative 31 degrees with
I
chill.
saw that. That's insane.
So I'm going with the under. I'm going to go take the under. The line's 43 and a half, and I'm
Yeah,
going to
it's
take the
definitely
under.
going to hit the under there.
I think so. I mean, those guys are vicious, going to go numb. But geez, those guys, if they don't wear sleeves tonight, don't they run the risk of seriously, legitimately getting frostbite?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
no. I would think they
I'm
would
not
almost
a
be mandatory.
doctor. I'm not a doctor by any means, but I'm pretty sure that's not healthy.
No. And there are going to be guys like the O linemen and the D linemen. They're going to be crazy and go out there without sleeves.
They're sick. They're gonna get
You just
frostbite.
know it. Like I could see it now. Creed Humphrey, who is like the biggest farm boy, I think, in the world. Well, not really, but he comes across that way. I will guarantee you will be out there without sleeves.
What about over? How about this? Let's make a bet. We're gonna bet. We're gonna bet right now in between both of us. We're gonna bet
Okay.
$20. Does Tyreek Hill wear sleeves or does he not?
I think Tyreek Hill will.
Okay, I'm saying he's gonna go without sleeves.
Okay. I think he will.
$20
Although he did play in Kansas City.
mortgage. I'm gonna bet the mortgage on it actually.
Oh,
That he comes out wearing nothing but his shiny guns. His shiny
he does
guns.
have guns.
These guys are loaded.
Yeah.
Anyhow, what do you like in that game, baby? Who do you like? I mean, realistically, who do you like?
This is a game I wish wasn't played in frozen tundra because it would be
Same.
10 times better.
And I'd take the over.
Yes. But because of that, and because the defense is decimated for the Dolphins, pains me to say this, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
Okay. So are those your reasons? Those are your two reasons.
Yep.
You like those. Okay. So listen. All right. This whole trend of the Chiefs somehow stepping it up in the playoffs, right? They have zero firepower. They have zero star power. They got Pacheco. He's he'd play the same way on any other NFL team. Okay, they got Travis Kelce. Who else do they got?
Other than Mahomes, no one on the offensive side.
Rashid Rice. Yeah, right. Mahomes provides a little bit of a Trump factor, right? Trump card factor. But this team hasn't been really fun to watch all year by any means. They're a good competitive team. I love Coach Reed.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are getting Jalen Waddle back. They're getting Raheem Mostert to break up some of those very painful carries. I mean, I'm all in on the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins not only cover the spread, But they're going to win.
I mean, here's what I can say. I do think, even with it being cold, the Dolphins on the offensive side probably do have the upper hand because Waddle can do like jet sweeps. He can do, little touch passes to where Tua's not really having to pass the ball.
Right.
And Tyreek can obviously do that too. And then you have A-Chain and you have Mostert who can run, a bajillion miles an hour. But I just think coming into Arrowhead with that cold of a game is an advantage for the Chiefs.
I think so too. I don't know. I'm torn with Tua. I always am torn with Tua. Tua just doesn't do it for me. Doesn't pass the eye test, but he's obviously managed to, have a good season for himself and explode offensively. Most games.
Well, having two of the fastest wide receivers in the game help.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. Love their coach. So I'm rooting for him. Yeah, man. I think it's going to be a doozy. I think it's going to be a great game, tight game. I think it's going to be low scoring, believe it or not, even though both those offenses are sort of dynamic. The Chiefs they're going to run the ball and pass to Kelsey, check down, and we'll see how Mahomes handles it. But I'm not only taking Dolphins on the spread, but I'm going to take them to win. I just think the Chiefs are done, man. I think the Chiefs are done, and I'm tired of them progressing. They're out for the year. I think they're done.
Yeah, I think that, and I hate to always bring it back to the Raiders, and I know that you get tired of that too, and I do too, even being a Raiders fan.
I'd rather see the Raiders in there.
I would too, but I think that Christmas game where the Raiders just basically dismantled the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're throwing in the towel for the year.
I can't see anything happen. There's been too much buzz about Travis Kelce's girlfriend versus how actually good the Chiefs are.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the AFC, I think the Browns are a better team. You have the Ravens that are a better team, and the Bills will get it together in the postseason.
Yeah. I like the Bills. And so speaking of that game, Mitchell, we had spoke briefly. What's the news on that game?
So that game is being played in the other dumping ground in America called Buffalo.
Whoa.
And so
sorry, Buffalo listeners.
Yeah, sorry, Buffalo listeners, but
sorry.
Every year, if there's a snowstorm, Buffalo is like a target, and it gets 10 times worse than everywhere else in the country. I don't know why.
Oh, I thought you were just talking. Are you talking snow specifically? I thought you were talking like garbage and like.
No, snow.
Jobs. Homeless people.
No, snow. Like if everywhere else gets like a foot, Buffalo manages to get 2 or 3. I don't know why. So
what do you think of this last night's Winter Classic Edition beanie, Mitchell?
I do like it. I was noticing that when you came on.
Yeah.
Even though you were dressed up like a bundled up Eskimo.
Oh yeah, it's cold, baby. Babe, it's cold outside.
Yes, it is. What were we talking about? I totally lost our train of thought. Sorry.
Will's game.
That's right. That's right. So they their field is buried, basically.
Oh, so it is buried in snow currently.
Yeah, they were trying to pay people to come and shovel it out, and I guess they just couldn't get enough people in time, or the wind chill was going to be too low to where they didn't want to play or something, and so they postponed it to Monday.
Wow.
When temperatures across the country are supposed to be a little bit warmer.
Still in Buffalo, correct?
Still in Buffalo, yeah.
Well, that bodes well nicely for them and their chances. Extra day of rest.
Yeah.
It must be nice.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the Bills shake out. I'm still not sold. Like I said, I believe the Dolphins are a better team offensively. I don't know. I like Josh Allen. I do. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if he, just all of a sudden didn't perform or be clutch or run his big touchdowns or anything, because that's just what happens in the playoffs. But we'll see. Prove me wrong. Prove me
Yeah,
wrong.
that Steelers Bills game is going to literally, I think, come down to TJ Watt.
Whoa.
If the Bills offensive line can somewhat stop TJ Watt, I'm not saying you're going to stop him. He's going to get his tackles. He's probably going to get a sack.
Mhm.
But if you can at least neutralize him to where he's not completely dominating and getting in the backfield every play, the Bills will win the game.
Wow. That's getting down into the depths. What
Because
about Steph Diggs? Do you think Steph Diggs is going to have like 8 targets, 6 catches, and like 40 yards like he always does when there's a big game on the line?
I mean, I was going to say yes just because it's still going to be snowy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be kind of the same game as the Chiefs and Dolphins, where it's just going to be a lot of quick passes and running the ball. But
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very boring weekend of football from that standpoint. Now, from the games, just the type of gameplay that they have to play due to the elements.
So what? So okay. So we have, and that would have been the afternoon game tomorrow, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So now there's just one game tomorrow.
No, there's 2 tomorrow.
Well, how does that work?
So,
because there was going to be 3.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay. Yeah.
So there's
right.
2 today.
Yeah, which that first one kickoff game is your Houston Texans taking on
the Browns.
The Cleveland Browns. Where are you sitting with that one, my friend?
That's a real tough game for me. I wish they weren't playing each other because I want them both to win so badly.
I know, right? The Cinderella story of they both have Cinderella stories. You got the Flacco making a career comeback, best I've seen him play in a while, surrounded by the #1 defense, and then you got the Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud, trying to make it. I mean, it's going to be fun. I got the Browns -2.5, and I'll tell you why. It has been since week number 6 since the Houston Texans have beaten a team in the top 20, a top 20 defensive team. It's been since week 6 since they beat a team of that caliber.
Wow.
Okay. Now they're going up against the #1 defense in football.
Yeah. No, I have the Browns too. One, you do have Joe Flacco, who, even though he's 100 years old, and was sitting on his couch at Thanksgiving.
That's crazy.
He has the experience to run any NFL offense, obviously, really well. And I, honest to God, Kevin Stefanski, the Browns coach, deserves Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, talk about surrounded by adversity.
Yeah, 4 quarterbacks and your team is in the playoffs.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And I also think, kind of like with TJ Watt and the Steelers, you're not going to contain Myles Garrett, and he's a game changer. So
the guy that was questionable, Denzel Ward, he actually got hurt at practice yesterday for the Browns. So he got hurt at practice. He is questionable. They didn't rule him out.
I hope he's able to play. He is a stud.
Yeah, that's their. Well, he should be Pro Bowl, All Pro,
Yeah, no, he's a stud corner. I mean, I don't think, as much as I love this Texans team, I think too in the playoffs, their age will show.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I expect the Browns defense to pretty much run ship on this deal.
Yeah,
those big offensive plays from C.J. Stroud will probably be limited to none.
Probably.
Truly. So you like the Browns. I like the Browns. And you are like on the Chiefs tonight.
I'm on the Chiefs tonight. Just strictly because it's in Burrowhead. And yeah.
Did you say in Burrowhead?
I did, yes.
Joey B. What if Joey B was at the game just in his cast?
Get that man a ticket right now. Put him there. Get in their heads.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, but yeah, and then you have the two matchups tomorrow. Well, because it was supposed to be three, now that's moved to the Monday slot. So tomorrow's games, we are looking at who are we looking at tomorrow? Who do we got?
Looking at the Packers going to Dallas.
Okay.
And then the matchup I'm probably most excited for just because of the storylines, the Rams and the Lions.
Yeah, that should be a good one. That's the night game?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so starting with our first tilt, who do you like in that first game?
Well, kind of the same logic as the Texans. The Packers are a pretty young team.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really have that much playoff experience. So I am going to go with the Cowboys. Plus, it's in Jerry World, and Cowboys are pretty much unbeatable down there in Jerry World. So
they really are.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's going to be a tight game, or because I believe the spread on that game is like, I think it's -7.5, which isn't crazy good. It's like, but I mean, Cowboys go in there and just absolutely roll those guys.
I mean, here's my thought. It really depends on what Jordan Love shows up. Because Jordan Love has had really great games this year. And he's also looked like a first-year starter.
Very true.
And the secondary for the Cowboys is pretty dang good. So that could give him some problems.
Yeah. They're I believe, I'm going to go out on a limb here because I don't know for sure, but last time I checked, they're the number one scoring defense in all football.
Yeah, they have one guy. I think he has like 5 or 6 pick sixes.
Yeah, they're responsible for some points. Okay, so you like the Cowboys? You like the Cowboys to cover, win at home. They're on the next round. No Cinderella story, you sure? No Cinderella Packers go into Mike McCarthy's new house, and McCarthy's on the sideline eating jelly donuts and nothing.
Not in this one. No, It pains me to say the Cowboys are going to win a game, but I do think the Cowboys are going to win a game.
Yeah, love it. The nightcap. The line for the Rams-Lions game. Now, hear me out here. Now, it's indoors, obviously, not affected by the cold, but the over-under is 51.5. Do you think it goes over?
Oh, my gosh. That's a lot of – well, it's actually really not if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like 27 to 24 would do it.
Right.
So I think it could go over.
I mean, Stafford's going to be gunning. Goff's going to be gunning. And I tell you, man, I want to share this because I was not a Goff fan forever.
Same.
Until this year. I just saw my guy's face. There's something. Can you look on your face?
I didn't understand it either.
Dude, it was just like, I couldn't, whatever, right? I truly enjoy watching that guy get hot now. Because he gets hot. Like, if he gets hot, he's tough to stop.
Yeah.
Going against the Rams, Stafford versus Goff, I think the Lions are, you know how I feel about them anyways. But I think the Lions are a great team. I think that they were thoroughly pleased with their receiving core outcome. Their running back, Kyron Williams, him stepping up. They're a good team, and they're accompanied by a pretty good defense also. So I don't foresee them going deep into the playoffs.
No.
In fact, I see the Lions winning tomorrow night in Detroit. But I think it's a shootout. I think it's definitely a shootout. And I think it goes over 51.5.
The 51.5 seems like nothing to me, especially because it's indoors.
Mm-hmm.
You have that emotional side for both teams. And I don't feel like, and I may be wrong, I don't feel like the Rams have the best secondary. They have a good line, obviously, with Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
But outside of that, their defense isn't the best.
Right.
Not saying it's bad because it's not, obviously they're in the playoffs, but I don't know. I feel like Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to have a big game.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm taking him for a tutty for sure.
Yep. But on the other side, I mean, Cooper Kupp, go Eastern Washington Eagles, and Puka Nacua could do their thing too.
I just laid $100 on my parlay for today. Okay, $100 pays about $580. You got Amari Cooper for a tutty and the Dolphins money line.
I like that.
Me too. I like Amari in big playoff situations. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, they're number one defense, but like Texans are going to come out trying to do something.
Yeah.
The game script, you know what I mean?
Right.
Anyhow, exciting
Man,
stuff.
I wish Amari Cooper was still in a Raiders uniform.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that's one of those guys, you know, I've had 0 shares of him in the fantasy world since he's ever played, because it just seems like he's like, you know, okay, he's just another guy. Always puts up huge numbers. It's like, wow.
Yes, he does.
So, all right. Yeah. So exciting stuff. Crank up the volume in your house on this cold day and watch some playoff football. Best time of the year.
And then our last game, well, one of our last games, Monday, you have Eagles and Bucks.
Yeah, I don't know. By very beginning of the year, if we go back to episode 1 of this, when we were predicting and did pick the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Now,
yeah.
How I feel about that now, a little less than, but they're still capable of doing it. They really are. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, DeAndre Swift. I mean, those guys are loaded, bro. And plus, they got the most unstoppable play, I guess, in all football and all history of all time, which is the QB sneak.
Yep.
You know, you got Dallas Goedert. I mean, it doesn't make sense that they're not running the table. Now, granted, last year they had a great year.
Yeah.
But why do you think this year they're not running the table?
It's the defense.
The defense is they just, are they banged up, Mitch?
What it is I think over half the defense is new players, and they're young. So they're either first or second year players, and that can work, or it can be kind of iffy. And
so what do you think? I mean, do you think the Bucks go into Philly and take care of business?
That's my big upset of the week. I think the Bucks are going to advance.
Really?
Yep.
I don't dislike it. I just don't think the Bucks are lacking. I mean, they still got their running back. I mean, here's a reasoning here. Let's see here, because the top sharks, right? They're laying their money on the Bucks +3, right? Because they get 3 points. The Eagles started the season with 10-1 record. Okay, let's see here. Okay. The Eagles started the season with a 10-1 record, but have been a complete mess ever since. They've gone 1-5 in the last 6 games, including getting blown out by the Giants last Sunday, which doesn't really matter. I mean,
that doesn't count. No one played.
Doesn't count. Allowing over 25 points per game. There's your defense to opposing offensive, and cannot stop a passing game to save their lives.
Yep.
They rate.
And what do the Bucks have?
To the last receivers. That's all they got. Well, that white guy is not bad. Their running back.
Yeah.
There are also rumors of discontent in the locker room, which is not helping things. The playoffs couldn't have come at a worse time for the Eagles. I expect them to continually struggle on offense and defense against Tampa Bay. I want to touch on the Bucks too.
Yeah.
One of the Buccaneers' biggest strengths this season has been their defense, as they are allowing 19 points per game and have turned into one of the best units in the NFL. The Bucs are coming into the game having won 5 of the last 6 games and appear to be catching fire at the right time. Correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little lost among other storylines, but Baker Mayfield has quietly had a phenomenal season. He threw for 4,000 yards, Mitch.
Yeah. In Baker, we trust.
Baker, we trust. Let's go. I'm riding the Bucks too. Let's go.
Yeah.
Screw the Eagles. Screw Philadelphia. Stupid hometown sucks. Let's go Bucks.
Let's go Bucks.
But Tom, the real reason why the Bucks are going to beat the Eagles. Of course, you know this, correct?
Tom Brady's somehow going to get roped into this, but go ahead.
Tom Brady fought, scratched, and clawed just to maybe mentor Mr. Baker. And then all of a sudden, Baker goes out, throws 4,000 yards, even though he had nothing to do. Tom's already gone. Tom spent some time with him.
Let's talk about Baker a little bit.
You don't want to talk about Tom?
Not really.
Sure.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Please, just leave one. Just give me this. Just one more time. Let's talk about Tom.
After Baker, we'll talk about Tom for 1 minute, okay? So, Baker Mayfield, drafted by the Browns. The team was abysmal. Like, awful.
Yeah.
He leads them to the playoffs, which they hadn't been in 20 years.
Very true. He's a gamer.
He gets traded.
Always have. Love Baker.
To a dumpster fire in Carolina.
Yeah.
That's okay there.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give him all the blame for that.
Donald.
That's Carolina.
Yeah. God, how would you like to hang out with a guy like Sam Donald?
Couldn't pay me enough to do it.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Well, I can't do anything. Me and Sam, we're going to go play chess at City Bro.
He sounds like such a boring guy. Like, I'm sorry.
He just looks boring. That big old jughead. Yeah,
anyways, so then I think he got released by Carolina. And then he goes, literally within 2 days, he gets signed by the Rams, plays in a game, and wins that game.
True. Had some success.
Yeah. And he played pretty well for the Rams there. And then he goes now to Tampa Bay to be the successor for Tom Brady. The shoes couldn't be bigger. I mean, I have a respect for Tom Brady. The shoes to fill that could not be bigger. And he's done pretty dang well.
His shoes.
Now we could talk about Tom Brady for a little bit.
What time is his game? Who's Tom playing this weekend?
He plays at 4:30 p.m. for the early bird special.
I'll be there. Bet your ass I'll be there. Mitchell, I got no news. No big news. I mean, there's, Cutter Gunther, the Philadelphia Flyers and the NHL, a big trade debacle, and didn't demand a trade, but just clearly said he didn't want to be part of the organization, I guess. And there was a big fuss there. I don't know much about the story. Didn't really take the time to research it. That's kind of the latest going on in the NHL as far as drama. Other than that, these guys are mid-season form-ish. Solid hockey. It's a coin flip. Same thing. That's really all that's going on. The Oilers. Remember that little rant that I had earlier on in the season about episode 2?
do.
The Oilers won 9 in a row.
Do they listen to you?
9 games in a row. Yeah, no, I know. I have the power. Now our podcast is international because it's going all the way to Canada.
I mean, you're the Edmonton Oiler whisperer.
Yes. Plus, it helps to pray with Jesus.
Yeah.
Other than that, fast shoot score. Other than that, fast shoot score.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So one of my favorite parts of the end of the NFL regular season is Black Monday, when coaches get fired or retire or whatever happened in Seattle with Pete Carroll.
It's just delirious because he's old.
So let's talk about all of the coaching opportunities. And this is where I will give you your time to shine. and you can reminisce about the 24 years of Bill Belichick.
Okay. Well, it's pretty excited not to have to hear this anymore. And, we're on Cincinnati, and it's just what we're doing today offensively. Yeah, pretty excited. That's gone. Can't stand that. It's like I get it. I get it. You're old school or whatever you are or whatever you want to think. But yeah, no, I'm out on Bill. I mean, granted, once Tom was out of that deal, I mean, you get excited about Mac Jones and then you watch him play and then you're like, okay. Yeah, they don't have any star power. They got to start it's like they're starting from the bottom, man. Like they started from the bottom this year. I mean, I was depressed. They won 4 games. So I just wish they could just take tank,
Yeah.
but then they'd probably make a mistake and go get Caleb Williams. That'd be a huge mistake. That'll be a massive mistake.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, on that note, he doesn't want to go to the Bears, so he's basically telling the Bears to trade the number 1 pick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, so I mean, you have Fields New England.
Is better than him anyways. I'll take Fields over Caleb Williams all day long.
Right, I love Fields. Like, I kind of feel like he's Baker. He just needs a shot.
Yeah, just a little bit more tools. He's got more tools than Baker. He does, in regards to being a gamer and a vision of the field. No, I'll give it to Baker. But
yeah, no, he's a little bit better than Baker, but I'm just saying from the standpoint he needs to get on a team that either the Bears need to get up to snuff and give him a team that's actually good, or he needs to get on a team that actually gives him a shot.
The Bears. Wouldn't that be something? Bears make the playoffs. You can just see that headline now. Or wait, no, I can't. All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but the Patriots, replaced Belichick with Noah Brown. Is that
right? Gerard Mayo.
Brown, sorry, what?
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, sorry. Why did I say Noah Brown? It's on the Texans. Yeah, so old Patriot Super Bowl winner.
Yep.
Intense, younger guy. Could bring a whole different culture to the organization. I loved that the organization is, just when you go there to the stadium, everything is very elite, professional, like business. Like even the setup of the stadium is just everything's just built around the dynasty of what they've built there. But yeah, could be something cool because everything's changing in the NFL. Everything's all about these young coaches and coming in with some spunk and some, and that's the same with the players. And yeah, I'm really excited for the change. So we'll see how it goes.
For sure. And then we had another coaching legend. I mentioned it earlier, Pete Carroll.
Yeah. He's surely a legend. I respect Coach Carroll for sure.
Yeah, he. I don't know if he got fired or if he got ousted or if they're just like, hey, we want to do something different. Or
it's just time, man. I mean, that guy can barely stand up on the sidelines. Let's be honest. He runs out on the field. I saw him run out on the field. He looks good for his age. I'm just kidding, Pete.
I was going to say, are we talking about the same guy? He can run laps around the field.
I know, but how much longer is he going to look like that, Mitchell? Like, he looks like Pete Carroll, did 10 years ago. I mean, he's aging well, obviously, but, it just, the message in the locker room, there's no way that guy's coming in the state. I mean, undermining his passion for the game by any means, but I'm just saying, a fresh face in Seattle will be nice.
Yeah, I think it was time, probably. Yeah. It was just weird because, a week before, he was like, yeah, I'm coaching next year.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Pete Carroll out in Seattle. It's like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's a whole different team. I think, the glory days are over in Seattle for a while.
See, and I don't.
Really?
No, I think there's enough quarterback prospects in this year's draft that they can get someone decent in their draft pick and just that'll be fine.
They got Drew Lock. He's a stud.
He is not a stud.
Yeah, he put him up against Skyview or West High. Dude, he's going to roll them.
Well, yeah, put Nathan Peterman against West High and he would roll them too. But
nah, Peterman sucks. So does Mullins. I can't watch Mullins for the Vikings. It's like, oh, Vikings really
Oh my
win
God.
today and make the playoffs. It's like, well, you better put in the lefty guy because this guy ain't cutting it. I mean,
So
he's dismal.
he is awful, but have you seen him play this year with his helmet?
Who, Mullins?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's like 11. He sucks.
He, his helmet is so small for his head.
Yeah,
Like his
he's a
head is
donor.
way too big for his helmet. It's
I
so
mean, God, I
funny.
just kind of got borderline passionately defensive because I'm so pissed off about it. I got some issues with the quarterbacks and their small head. God damn, I have issues. God, splitting issues here on the show talking about football.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. The coaching changes, it's gonna be weird. And then when we talk about college football, we had an absolute legend, probably the GOAT of college football coaching, retire in Nick
Yeah,
Saban.
which is fine. I'm good with that. Do you think
Yeah,
he'll take a run at the NFL?
no.
Or is he's just done, right? You got to be done. You got to go
He's
out on
72 or
top. And
73. I think he's just done.
oh yeah, he's that old. He's done. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. 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 I'm glad things are unraveling there because I'm so tired of that. Just everything about the SEC as usual. I'm glad Washington showed well. I'm glad Michigan won the chipper. I mean, it's just like I said, having those teams in there is just so good for college football and the growth of
Yeah.
it in the you know randomness of who may win. Like the NFL's fun to watch because you don't know who's going to win.
Yeah. Well, and that's
For
why
the
I'm
most
so
part.
excited for college football next year because the playoff is 12 teams next year.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast to watch that. Something to
Yeah.
actually follow versus one day and then one other day.
Yeah.
So
So you
it'll
could
be
get
good.
like a 10 seeded, I don't know, Texas just for a random team.
We'll see. I mean, I hope that's what it brings. I really do. I hope the heater is in play because I'm all about the
Yeah.
heater and stuff to stop a heater. But usually with football, you go, you're on a heater, you're undefeated. Look at Florida State, they got smoked by any of those teams. They
Oh my
would have.
God. They got smoked by Georgia. That
They,
was so
they would
bad.
have got smoked. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so that's the difference. You know what I mean? So if they can make these schools more competitive and make more competitive teams more fun to watch, and great, I'm all for it. And
Yeah.
obviously, same goes with the FCS. We got the South Dakota State just steamrolled the Grizz. Grizz had that intensity first half and kind of helped them soften the blow, but SDSU is massive, dude, up front.
Yeah. I mean,
It wasn't even
SDSU
close.
all year has just been so tough.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So I thought the Grizz would score a little bit more, but I knew in the second half that SDSU was going to turn another gear and just blow it out.
oh yeah, as they did, and congratulations to those guys.
Yep.
Go Cats,
Congrats to
go!
the Jackrabbits. Still love that mascot name. I think it's amazing.
What is their mascot name, Joel?
Just the Jackrabbits. I don't know what their actual
Oh,
I don't know what the Champ, the Bobcat, or Monty the Grizzly. I don't know.
oh, I call him Jackie, Jack.
I could see it being Jackie or Jack. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Hey, it's -40 below. Watch some football. What else you got?
Well, we always kind of do this. We usually do it beforehand, but let's do it after. What did you do this week? Just kind of a synopsis of your week.
I worked quite a bit. I was dialed into work. Had some meetings outside of Billings. Had some obligation out there, and yeah, I spent most of the time just the last couple of weeks just playing catch up from the fallout from the holidays and trying to get the ball rolling to success and going to bed early and all the shit that I wasn't doing on Christmas break. So waking up at 5 and sitting in my sauna blanket and drinking my 30 ounces of water and playing hockey and just trying to live, baby. Nothing
Awesome, man.
fun, nothing spectacular. What about yourself?
Well, I am like 6 days out from recovering
Oh,
from COVID.
yeah, that's right. You had the vid. You had the vid.
I did, yeah. So
Bet.
Yeah. So after that, I went on the radio once last week, and
Okay.
then getting ready for school to start up on Wednesday. So that'll be fun.
Oh
And
gosh.
yeah,
Yeah. Are
and
you doing that online?
oh yeah, yeah, I can't
You're
do
not
that in
going in
school.
there.
I can't go onto campus, dude. It semi depresses me.
Fair enough.
And you know, beyond that, just prepping some more for our meet and greet next. Well, not next week, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
And yeah, hanging out
Let's
and
go.
trying to avoid the cold.
It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Well, I'm super pumped for today. I got to get some food in my belly. Just want
Yeah.
to say thank you once more to all of our sponsors. Mitch, I did look at this now. Golf is right around the corner. Okay, golf is right around the corner. I know we are doing some promotions at Peter Union Golf Course. So if you're in the market for a membership, want to expand and get better this year, play more at a cheaper cost, because golf is expensive.
It is.
Right now, you can go to Peter Yagan, Mitch, and you can get about 40% off of a membership.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's what I read. So
That's a
I
deal.
cleared that with Randy. So if there isn't that discount, there's some sort of discount, and just ask about it. And if it's 40%, sue me. I don't give a shit. I got like $16 in my account.
Just
So
go into Yagan Golf and ask him about a membership.
yeah, and don't sue me. Okay.
We will never or neither confirm nor deny any discounts. Just go and ask about a membership.
And more importantly, because I think it's become part of the show, and I don't know that Neil knows this, because I don't even know Neil, but it's just fun to say. If you're in the market to buy, why not buy it from Neil? Buy.
Hire buyer.
Buy. Neil, buy.
Yes, hire buyer.
Hire. Buyer. Neil Buyer.
Neil Buyer.
Yeah.
The one and only.
Yep, can't wait to meet him.
I think he'll be at our meet and greet. So
Let's go.
yep.
I'll wear my best clothes for you, Neil.
For sure, for sure. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening, and we will be back and better than ever next week.